Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Shadow Work Series Part 2, you guys. Welcome to our threads of karma. This is where we talk about healing past patterns, we find closure and the soul lessons, and understand the role of the karmics in our lives. So, welcome into the channel. Welcome back, all of my current subscribers. Welcome, Fam Bam. Welcome back, my soul tribe. I love you guys to the moon and back. I feel like I can't acknowledge you guys enough because if you are here, it tells me that you are choosing you. It tells me that you are, if nothing else, curious about how to heal those things that are blocking you, blocking your blessings, keeping you from the love that you desire, that you know you deserve. So, welcome in. Welcome back, all of my subscribers. Welcome in. Any new subscribers, welcome to the family, you guys. So, let's start our threads here. Let's see what's the most important energy. Well, some of you guys have a big choice coming up, or somebody that you know has a huge decision, and Spirit is asking you or said person to choose wisely. I feel like this is a very pivotal moment. We are in the 222 portal at this time. And if you saw my post on the channel a few days ago, it talks about how this portal, you guys, is about getting into realignment. It is an opportunity to reassess where you are right now in your life and where you actually want to go, and to choose the path of your heart's desire, to choose the path that is going to bring you wish fulfillment, and stop choosing the same pattern that continues to break your heart, that feels empty, that's filled with drama and chaos. So, Spirit is just reiterating it's time to choose wisely, because every choice that you make is going to matter, especially right now, especially during this portal. Somebody doesn't want me to give you this message of encouragement to be different, to choose different, to break the chain, the generational curses. See, this is why these messages are so important, because every choice matters. Choose with intention right now. The universe is willing to co-create with you, collective, but you have to choose with intention. We talk about that in law of attraction, right? Your mind has to match your heart. You have to be in balance with what it is you desire, and your actions have to show said intention. If you can choose with intention, your future will align with your soul's purpose. It's really that simple. But most people are afraid of change. They fear the unknown, so they don't choose maybe the more difficult path because they fear failure, because people in your ear tell you that you won't make it to the other side of it, right? They keep you discouraged in order to keep you encouraged to do things for them, stay in the illusion, whatever it may be. Collective, it's time for you to choose yourself and choose wisely right now. Okay. What else is in the energy? Yeah, it's time to transform, embrace your soul's transformation. Spirit really is encouraging you to do this now. I feel like time is of the essence. It keeps coming in the energy, and I keep feeling called to express that time is very important. It's almost in every message that I give right now. Whether it's a picture of a clock, it talks about time, the message is about time, time running out, divine timing. Embrace soul transformation. Transformation, yes, it isn't easy, but it's necessary. Embrace the changes that lead you to your highest self. What else, Spirit? What else do you want the collective to work on this week? Look at that. Ah, beautiful. And I love how it flipped on top of embracing transformation because it's going to allow you to awaken your power. I love it. I love delivering the message to you because I know the significance. I know how it can truly change your world internally first and then externally. But it has to start with you choosing you, collective. That is the choice. You or them. Break the soul contract. I mean, the message is consistent at this point. Break the chains, break the soul contract. Some bonds are meant for growth. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody does not want me to tell this message, but this is why I know it's important. Some of the bonds that we come across are purposeful. They are meant to send you into your dark night of the soul, to send you into your healing, because the deception and the heartbreak is so strong that you hit rock bottom. So after you hit rock bottom, guess what? There's only one way, and that's up. So those people in your life that broke your heart, start to thank them because they allowed you to grow if you choose growth. But they're not meant to be in your life forever. So when the lesson ends, the contract dissolves, you're free to walk away. But you can't walk away from a soul contract you haven't learned the lesson from. So learn the lesson. Stop repeating patterns. Start to love yourself without abandoning yourself. Because this is about self-love. This is about choosing you. Real love doesn't ask you to disappear. Real love doesn't ask you to be anything different other than you. Stay present, stay whole, and still be loved. There is somebody out there for everyone. And I will keep saying, in a world of 8 billion people or more, because, if we're just talking about human beings, I'll say 8 billion. But the world is very vast. There is somebody that can love anybody. So embrace your shadow side. Yes, so start to love yourself first. Start to embrace both sides and aspects of who you are. Begin to understand your shadow because it holds the truth that you need for you to gain clarity. So embrace it, integrate it, and use it to transform your life. Transformation and choosing you is the message in Shadow Work Part 2 right now. Choose yourself, no matter how dark you think the other side of you is. There is always a light side to you. Okay? So embrace it so that you can transform, so that you can awaken your power, so that you can finally start to break away from those soul contracts and stop abandoning yourself and begin to love yourself, collective. Yes, learn from the pain. Learn the lessons from the pain. Pain is a catalyst for the change. Allow it to lead you to deeper wisdom and growth. When I see this, I keep looking at this. So I feel like this is very significant. Somebody can have Leo in their chart. Somebody likes lions or cats are their spirit animal. Or it reminds me of the Lion King, the story of Mufasa. The fear, the pain of the loss. But he turned that into his power. The pain was the catalyst for his growth, his change. It is the same for you. Fire energy, earth energy. Yeah, face your fear, because it is fear that is keeping you from dealing with the dark side of you. It's the fear. But fear is the teacher, just like pain is a catalyst and temporary, fear is the teacher as well. These are all knowledge-based entities that are meant to show you the way. So when you face it, you realize that fear is a teacher, it's not a barrier. When you face it head on, it will lose its power over you and it will allow you to awaken your own. Wow. I love this message. Yes. And it will allow you to start to trust your path. It will bring trust back towards you. It will allow you to cultivate courage. It will allow you to release the root. Trees' roots are very significant in Shadow Work Part 1. The tree came out as well because at the end of the day, our behavior, the things that we believe in, it began from the root. It began from the ground up. It began from a very young age. We were taught our beliefs, the things we follow. So, what parts of our shadows do we need to learn how to embrace in order to begin to heal? Your inner critic, yes. Challenge the voice of self doubt. It is often shaped by past conditioning, not truth. What people told you about you is not based on truth. It is about manipulation, control, and conditioning. Collective. Codependency. Yes, it is to keep you codependent. This is why people use manipulation, control, because it makes you codependent upon them to feel value, to feel valuable, to feel as if you can, grow. They don't want you to be independent of them and realize that you have your own power. Evaluate where you rely on others for emotional stability and reclaim your own power. Wow. Confirmation. Yep. The confirmation. The anger within. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Anger is a teacher, not an enemy. Fear is a teacher, not a barrier. But see, these things that we look at in a negative way, we are meant to fear so that we don't deal with, so we don't face. But see, the anger within you, this ugly thing within you, it didn't always look this way, did it? Because this entity, this anger within you, was once a place in your heart that was very soft, a soul that was giving and loving. See, anger is a teacher, not an enemy, so explore its roots rather than suppress it. Where did the anger come from, collective? Who started it? let's go back to childhood. Who did it? The person that is generally projecting is usually the guilty party, right? Breaking mental chains. Old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. Because your inner light, even in the depths of the shadow, your soul remains luminous. Never lose sight of it. See, that's why you have to be able to embrace your shadow, because the light is always there, no matter how dark it feels. The unseen truth. Look beyond illusions, because sometimes the greatest wisdom is hidden in discomfort. See, anger, fear, they are uncomfortable feelings. So most of the time, people don't want to look at them or deal with them. But once you are able to look at them, you will find the unseen truth, the clarity, the enlightenment. Because control is an illusion. Confirmation. Surrendering is not weakness. Trying to control everything only breeds anxiety. So understand, here's the secret. The people who attempt to control you, who have controlled you, who continue to try to manipulate you, understand that they live in a place of anxiety because they understand that one day you can awaken to your own power and realize that you don't have to listen to anything they say. You don't have to follow their way. That brings them a level of anxiety that they hide behind closed doors that you don't see because they try to remain externally in this energy, but deep down, they fear you figuring out your own power. That is the unseen truth. The fear of love. They create a fear of love because love is the highest vibration. See, so they want you to fear even the things that are good for you, that help you to awaken your power. Past hurts can create walls. Be mindful of where you block love from entering your life. See, because as long as you don't have love, you are codependent on the mind control of the illusion of love, right? Dark night of the soul. You are undergoing deep transformation. Trust that this darkness is leading to light. Allow yourself to surrender to the dark night. Trust the path, even if you only can see one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Stop suppressing your emotions. Bottling emotions leads to stagnation. Find a safe way to express your true feelings through creative nature, creativity, through song, writing, journaling. Find a way to express your true emotions in a safe place. Okay? So, what do we need to work on repairing? How can we grow? By giving yourself some good news, some positive energy. Your prayers have been heard. So, some of you guys have prayed for transformation, prayed for knowledge and how to change. Good news is on the way. The universe wants you to know. Have expectancy of positive outcomes in your life. You have the power to manifest what you desire of your highest good by co-creating with source. Now it's time to celebrate. So if you are going through your dark night of the soul, you're going through your transformation, you are going to start to see good news. Look at that. And abundance. Wow. Security. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Money is energy like anything else. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives off the energy of abundance. That is the secret, collective. Believing that you are abundant allows the universe to feel that energy come off of you. And expectancy in every dollar you receive, know that you are supported and the money will flow. That's the good news that you're going to be expecting once you've started your journey. Yeah, once you started to deal with and retrieve your soul from these childhood wounds that make you angry, even now as an adult. It will get you from feeling stuck. Yes, you've been in stuck energy. You need to get back into alignment. Release the old conditioning, right? Release the old conditioning, the limiting beliefs, and find your true power. Become a leader in your own life, collective, so that you can have your new beginning. I'm feeling called to give you guys a couple from the Healing Energy Oracle. I feel like whoever it is I'm connecting to, you need some words of encouragement right now as you go through your dark night. Being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. Confirmation. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light because there is goodness in you, collective. Even with our dark, there is goodness. I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. Wow, confirmation. I consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all. One more, please, Spirit. Wow, the voice of the heart. I silence the fear in me. Wow. And discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. Music is helping a lot of you guys get into a better vibration. Keep listening to whatever it is you're listening to because music has been significant in my messages lately as well. Follow your heart. Don't fear love. Silence the fear and discover the voice of your heart. Be true to yourself. Allow the transformation, allow the evolution of yourself so that you can reawaken your own power because there's always goodness there that can be found, brought to the surface, illuminated again so that you can have that new beginning with intention. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let me get you your Witch's Shadow Oracle, your bonus Oracle message for Shadow Work Series Part 2. It's the most important Shadow Work message. The Lightning Bolt. The Lightning Bolt. Interesting. Let me show you the picture up close. Looks like somebody buried underneath the surface, and there's a butterfly inside of this hole, this dark hole. Let's see what this is about. The lightning bolt. The lightning bolt asks, how have you dealt with the death of a loved one? Wow, my condolences, collective. Some of you guys have recently lost someone. This can also represent your own death and rebirth. But if you have lost someone recently, my condolences, okay? A lightning bolt forking across the sky, illuminating the world for a microsecond as it spears the ground, is terrifying yet awesome. The terror lies in its fatal, unpredictable strike, the awe in its incredible moment of brightness, a giant flashlight shooting through the darkness. Unsurprisingly, lightning appears in many myths and legends. In Greek mythology, Zeus wielded lightning as a weapon, and Thor, the Norse god of thunder, had a lightning spear. In Celtic tradition, the spot hit by lightning was held sacred and became a place of ceremony or ritual. For the Algonquin and Iroquois people in Canada, the legendary thunderbird flashes lightning from its eyes, often when meting out punishment. The death of someone close strikes at the heart like a lightning bolt, piercing and brutal. Yet in the darkness of grief, there can be a momentary flash of revelation or understanding that can sustain us during the sadness and loss. Looking death in the face, whether a loved one's or our own, is tough. But ignoring it is more damaging because then it lingers unseen, hovering like a heavy cloud above our heads and weighing down our daily lives. You say sadness doesn't last forever. This too shall pass. Dreaming of lightning, especially when it strikes someone you know, could indicate a release of repressed emotion or an outpouring of grief. So some of you guys need to mourn your own death, the past version of yourself, in order to move forward, in order to continue to awaken your own power, in order to start to listen to the voice of your heart again, in order to go through your transformation and find the goodness within and be true to you. You have to mourn the old version of you. This is a process that I understand. But some of you guys have recently dealt with a loss as well. And the message is to make sure that you process the feeling, the emotion, don't suppress it. And also, sometimes in that moment of loss, there is a lightning strike, there is a moment of brightness that brings some sense of clarity to you as well. This is what I have for you, Collective, for Shadow Work Series Part 2, our Threads of Karma. Thank you so much for joining me. I pray that it was useful, purposeful. It gave you some direction, a little bit more wisdom. Again, my condolences. But if this is your own death and rebirth, I pray for your transformation. And I'm looking forward to meeting the beautiful person on the other side. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, you guys. Bye.